Sergey, looks like you were long overdue for retirement.
Traitors! Stop!
I mean, shoot.
They're confused as hell.
Are they all confused as hell?
I would have shot him.
Where in the ugly face of this?
Show's over. If you wish to
Beautiful
live,
old man
I suggest
face.
you run now. This ship is still in the lower New York harbor. You may yet make it to shore if you swim for your life.
Like, I'd have shot him right then.
Exactly.
Don't let him get away!
All right.
Don't let him get away.
Wow, they're the best shots in the forest.
These are not moons. These are the worst moons.
They're literally the worst.
Ah, here comes the clock.
It's been a while, brother.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
I love this man.
Liquid?
Not so young anymore, eh, Snake? You're drowning in time. I know what it's like, brother. No wonder Naomi passed you over for the Fox Die program.
Ouch! Get out of my mind, Liquid!
I could Steve, however, that's getting into big spoiler territory.
The price of physical prodigy. Few more years and you'll be another dead clone of the old man. Our raw materials are vintage, brother. Big Boss was in his late 50s when they created his copies. But I live on through this arm!
Liquid's on.
That was retcon, by the way. His age.
I would have seen, in Peace Waffle.
39. Nine years after would make him about 48, 49.
That's some fast ladder climbing.
And then he remembered that he can't drive stick.
Also, he's Russian. Should he not be driving? There's no way he's not drunk on vodka. Responsible Metal Gear pilots don't drink and drive.
You don't have what it takes after all! You're going down, Snake, with this tanker!
I'll just hang out here for a while.
I fucking love Camp Clock.
So they shoot this thing with bullets. With 5.56ers
Sounds good.
and 9mm. Okay, the M203 was a nice touch, I guess.
Literally the worst words. I bet that was a high explosive grenade too. Yeah, nah, fuck that shit. I'm gonna shoot this thing with my fucking M16.
Otacon, we have a problem.
Is he breaking that open with pressurized water?
It is a hydro laser. Nanomachines.
I don't give a I used hypo beam.
It's super effective.
Snake's a strong guy. It's not easy to survive that. There's a reason those things kill a lot of people when they go down.
No problems. Proceeding as planned, sir.
Too lewd, Sean. Too lewd.
Yes, at the location we discussed. Yes, I have photographic evidence of
No,
Snake on the
Sparky,
scene. The cipher was most useful.
he's talking about the shack.
I look forward to tomorrow morning's news flash. I would say the Marine
Shadow
Corps'
Heart is not
plans
available.
are on indefinite hold. Yes, of course, Mr. President.
Assault has a high, Otacon has a high carrying voice. So how long did that take?
Hour and a half, like you said.
Uh-huh.
Snake, do you remember the sinking of that tanker 2 years ago?
Of course.
Terrorists blow a hole in an oil tanker full of crude barely 20 miles off the shore of Manhattan.
Oh
They're
man,
classic
Quentin
nightmare.
Flynn.
It didn't take long for the government to put an oil fence around the whole mess. And then that massive...
You sound so intense this first cutscene.
The Big Shell. I hear the cleanup isn't quite over yet.
It takes time, but in the meantime, the shell's become a landmark, a symbol of environmental protection.
Wouldn't it be a watermark?
Calling teams Alpha and Bravo. Deploy at the Big Shell as scheduled.
Approximately 6 hours ago, the Big Shell was seized by an armed group.
Do we have an ID?
Former members of the Navy SEAL Special Anti-Terrorist Training Squad Dead Cell. Russian private army members may also be involved. It's a highly trained group, and they have the Big Shell under complete control.
Come in from downwind and pull up fast. Get ready to fast rope down to Shell 1. 5 minutes.
User joined your channel.
Alpha, your top priority is to rescue and safeguard the President. Team Bravo, watch out for Stillman's back and get those C4s disarmed.
Yeah. But keep quiet with streaming.
What are their demands?
$30 billion.
I'm just two.
$30 billion.
Let me see.
What makes them think they can get that much?
There was a government-sponsored tour going on at the Big Shell that day.
Hostages, huh?
A VIP from one of the major conservation groups, and one from our own government. The most important person in a sense.
The most important person?
James Johnson.
The president?
Unless the demands are met, the terrorists intend to blow the Big Shell out of the water.
And the crude will ignite, turning the Manhattan Harbor into an inferno.
That's not the worst-case scenario. If the chlorides being used to decontaminate the seawater go up with the oil,
Why do I have to be quiet?
containing catastrophic levels of dioxins will be
Cutscene.
In other words, the
Oh,
base
okay.
ecosystem will be wiped out, and the sea will turn into a toxic soup for centuries, becoming the worst environmental disaster in history.
Snake, do you mind if I move Sparky down here?
You have 2 mission objectives. 1,
Yes,
infiltrate
not
the
yet.
offshore decontamination facility Big Shell and safeguard the president and other hostages. And 2, disarm the terrorists by any means necessary.
I love how Raiden is trying to sound like Snake.
Yeah, we were just talking about that.
You should know that SEAL Team 10 is also conducting a rescue operation.
Is this a joint effort?
No. Foxhound remains a covert body. Don't alert them to your presence. That is an order.
The guy talking right now is Paul Eiding.
I'm now inside strut A of Shell 1.
How are things?
Definitely. We're in luck. Looks like there are no sentries posted here.
What's the visibility?
The lights on the plant struts are functioning. I won't have to use the IR goggles.
Any problems?
Exactly. There was a brand new hole cut through the oil fence. There's someone else besides
The
me
IR
that wanted to
goggles.
get
He's,
badly.
he sounds so...
That's not possible.
Yeah.
What about SEAL Team 10?
They landed on the roof of the Big Shell as planned. And by the way, Snake, we're
He
changing your
desperately
code name
wants to
for
be a
all
badass.
following communication.
What's wrong with Snake?
Just a precaution. You are now designated Raiden. All right, Raiden. You've already covered infiltration and VR training.
I've completed 300 missions in VR.
Literally
I feel
skull.
like some kind of legendary mercenary.
Okay, we'll skip that part. Make sure
Eh,
nobody sees
such a
you.
legendary
If you
mercenary.
need to, contact me
He's
by
so
codec. The
nasally,
frequency is
yeah.
140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to reach you, contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button.
Why don't you do
The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear.
That's exactly
No
it.
one but you will be able to hear it.
All right. I'll contact you if anything changes.
First, make your way to the upper section of the Big Shell.
How do I get up to the next level?
There's an elevator at the far end of that area. Use that.
Sounds good.
Your new sneaking suit uses electrofiber technology, a byproduct of fiber optics research. The texture isn't far removed from rubber, but the material protects against a wide range of toxic substances. The suit itself has a wide array of built-in sensors. It is referred to as smart
And it
skin
really
military
bugs out your
R&D. Data about damage to different regions of the body, including blood loss,
Well,
is
if we don't roll
exchanged
around in
between the
radioactive
suit and
waste,
the intravenous
you'll be
nanomachine
completely
to create a
fine.
feedback system.
There's a lot of pressure on my torso.
Relax. The suit applies varying pressure to major internal organs to maximize performance and safeguard their functions. They call this the skull suit in Foxhound.
Skull suit seems appropriate somehow.
How does he not know this? What do they brief him on his
The
fucking
hatch
technology?
with a circular handle will open into the elevator area.
I can
Locate
answer
the
that
hatch
with swirls.
first.
Copy
Yeah,
that.
fair enough.
Moving on to main mission objectives.
Speaking of games with a mindfuck plot, I really recommend Bioshock Infinite. Did you finish it? Yes. That was quick. I basically marathoned it.
From what I hear, it's a pretty short game.
No, it's a good 15 hours. Yeah, the ending was really... I'm still thinking about it.
Got your feet wet? These are the basic controls for swimming. Stroke the water and move forward by pushing the punch button. Push it in rapid succession to swim faster. Change your heading with the left stick. Up will take you up, down takes you lower. Left and right to face those directions.
Ivan has so much
The O2
sass.
gauge will appear under your life gauge while you're underwater.
exactly
The
it.
gauge corresponds to the amount of air you can hold from a single deep breath. Once the O2 gauge falls to 0, the life gauge will start to drop. You need to be aware of that.
For example, you shouldn't take phone calls while you're underwater.
Swims like a dolphin.
At this level, the agent can swim like a dolphin. You don't even know if that's from, Ghosty.
Yes, I do.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You play Deus Ex? Oh. She's played like a little bit of it. Just not nearly enough of it. Not enough to be making it jokes. But the second was getting annoying.
You should mute the stream.
I don't get to listen to Paul Eidig then. You can unmute when Paul Eidig is talking.
Where the hell is that, shaver?
Is that Shavo? I thought there was a Shavo only on the Tanko.
No. Raiden finds one. I'm pretty sure it's at the beginning.
Why would you need it?
You give it to him later.
Oh, do you? I've never found that. Who do you give it to? You give it to Snake so he could, he can shave. Spoilers, you give it to Pliskin. It's totally not Solid Snake. That's not even a spoiler. He looks, It's a spoiler, right? Snake, apparently you have to dangle down, though. Well, somewhere.
Have to do what now?
Sparky is saying it's near the suits, you've got to dangle. I don't know what he's talking about now.
Oh, I see now. Except, no, I don't.
Looking around? Oh. How about you just let, you know, Pliskin have his fucking neck build? I'm also eating under the shelves next to the stairs.
Shelves next to the stairs.
Under. Oh god, Campbell's here, fuck.
What a shame.
I'd say maybe he could help, but he's not useful at all.
Yeah, he's really not.
Fuck it.
All he's good at doing is selling out. So just asking if he can come down.
Colonel, I've sighted
I don't even want you
a
down here.
sentry. AN-94 and a Makarov.
Momentarily.
Those grenades, all his equipment, is Russian-made.
Must be a Galuk.
An AN-94 and a Makarov? That
A
was
Russian
like the-
private army that was in
why would
line
you
to work with
combine
the
those
Shadow
two?
Roses takeover group 4 years ago.
What's their stake in this one?
They must have made a deal.
one's like a
an
cutting-edge
arrangement with
Russian
the
rifle, and the other
terrorists.
was like
They become
the
a
first
band of
automatic
mercenaries,
pistol the Russians
an
ever
army without
made.
a country.
Apparently it's in Strut A. I don't know what that is.
I would have sworn it was at the beginning. Maybe I'm thinking of something in MGS1. What do you get at the beginning of MGS1?
Nothing special, I thought. That's the Chank gun.
Colonel, there's definitely another intruder.
Oh my god, I
here
saw a
besides
bad
me.
guy.
That's not a possibility.
Not a team. Looks like a solo job.
One man.
We may not know who he is, but he managed to take care of every sentry in the area. They're all out cold. Whoever he is, he's got some skills.
One
We
man.
need to get an ID. But for now, you can take
Definitely not.
advantage of the situation and get to work.
Definitely
There's a
not.
terminal in front of the elevator.
Some
A
skills.
node.
No, did you say nerd?
Not nerd. Node.
Definitely not.
Use the node to gain access to the Big Shells Facilities Network.
Then what?
Pull up the map of the structure. That'll let you activate the Soliton radar.
The Soliton radar? True. That radar came in useful during VR training.
A radar system uses biological magnetic fields as
Also,
input.
Snake, it might not be there
These
on normal
estimated
mode.
enemy positions are projected onto a map according to reference points collected via GPS signals.
Say again.
Personnel reports. We need to get to the map through the Big
It might
Shell's
not be there
node
on normal
to put
mode.
this data
No, it's there.
processing to practical use. The node unit is about 3 feet high. Should be colored blue. Each area has at least one.
How do I gain access?
Just push the action button in front of the node.
Well, fine.
The nanomachines in your body will take care of the security clearance and allow you access to the node. Complete the procedure before those sentries gain consciousness. If they spot you, you won't be able to gain access for a while. Stay on guard.
Got it.
So it begins.
What code are you gonna give yourself?
Let's leave that up to chat.
Okay. Chat. What should his 3-letter initials be?
Doesn't have to be 3 letters.
Oh yeah, no, that's only in another game. Yeah, I would get behind Colin Free. Gotta see you with me on that. Colin Free.
Works for me.
Ball sack face. Make it happen.
It is done.
You're there, Duckface.
Codename ball sack face. Jamaica.
Surge wants down. You want me to move him?
Sure.
User was moved to your channel.
I was moved.
How is No, I'm gonna go with Jamaica.
Denmark? Why Denmark?
Because
What,
Denmark.
not Djibouti?
Ball sack face. Jamaica 420.
Go Zimbabwe.
I don't remember this part at all.
Because you only have to do the spot like once and then you never do it again.
Oh man, I don't want blood in the game.
Am I coming in? Yeah, you're coming in, Okay.
Good work, Raiden.
The radar should be functioning now.
Remember your VR training sessions.
Smoke weed every
the tool
day,
is
Raiden.
exactly the same one. It maps the terrain as well as the position of enemy personnel. The bright dot in the middle is you, Raiden. The red
Is there
cone
anything here
shape
that I
represents-
need?
And the blue cone shape represents
I
their
don't think
field of
so.
vision. Your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it. It gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.